Hello and good afternoon. Welcome to joining us again for another Creative Corner episode. Today we're going to be working on some floral butterfly picture frames. But before we get started with our workshop, as usual, let's go ahead and go over some of the supplies you'll need, and then we'll jump right in. As far as our supplies go, you'll need a picture frame. My picture frame is going to be slightly bigger than what's available in the supply kits because I bought this separately from the rest of the frames themselves. You'll also utilize some butterflies. These are flat, kind of two-dimensional butterflies, but you can get different types if you want to. And then I went and bought different types of flowers that we'll use in our workshop, a pair of scissors, some hot glue, and if you are interested, I do have supply kits available through the library. And in your supply kit, you'll go ahead and receive one 5x7 picture frame, some flowers. You can use different flowers for this. You don't necessarily have to use the ones that are provided. And then of course some butterflies too. These are available through our online supply kit request. You just fill it out and then we'll go ahead and give you a call when it's ready. With that, let's go ahead and get started with today's workshop. As I mentioned before, my picture frame is going to be slightly bigger than the ones that are in the supply kits. But first things first, you'll need to decide on the orientation of your picture frame, whether that's going to be up and down with your picture or if it's going to be side to side. So portrait or landscape. With the flowers, if you go out and buy yourself your own flowers, you just got to cut them off the main stem so that way you have the actual flowers themselves. Well, went ahead and did that. So I have a few of these snipped off from the larger batch. Go ahead and work with these, and then we'll work with the butterflies as well. So first things first, like I said, you make sure to decide your orientation of your picture frame. And where these flowers are, they're held together at the base of the flower with a piece of plastic. Do not cut off that plastic bit or else all of your flowers are going to come apart and it's just going to be a pile of, not roses, a pile of petals. So again, you'll have this plastic bit on the very bottom of your flowers. You want to keep that in place because I can show you why that is important. So if you cut close to the petals, as you can see, the plastic bit falls off and then your flower just comes apart. So you want to make sure to keep that bit on. And we're just going to snip a few flowers so we can use it on our frame. And we are doing this just to spice up our picture frames. You don't necessarily have to do this, but I like picture frames to have a little bit of personality to them, so that's why we're doing this. And I'm just going to snip all the flowers, again leaving that plastic bit at the top because it holds the flower in place. And I am using plastic flowers. These are made out of fabric, so that way it stays longer. You don't want to use real flowers and then having them look gross when they start to wilt. So now that we have a nice variety, go ahead and work on this. So first things first, grab your hot glue gun. Be very careful not to burn yourself with it. And then all you have to do is just do some flower arranging. and you want to make sure that you are working on the outer edge of your picture frame, because then you can always recycle it. This one is for 8 by 10 photos, but it does come with a mat, so you can stick 5 by 7s in here as well. Sometimes I hate working with hot glue because then you get all this string of the glue everywhere. You do got to be careful with this though when you're working with hot glue. I'm fortunate enough to have a dual temperature hot glue gun, so I'm not likely to burn myself as easy. But some other older models only have the single temperature, so you, like I said, just be careful when you're doing this. Now that I have some flowers on the overall frame, if you have tiny leaves, you can also add the leaves too as well. If you wanted to add the actual stems of the flowers, you could do that too as well. And I think I'm pretty satisfied overall with the flowers. Placement is essential too as well. And if you wanted to, like I said, you can add as much flowers or little flowers as you want. I think I'm missing a flower somewhere. But now that we have the overall structure of the picture frame, like I mentioned, there are butterflies provided in the supply kits. And all you have to do is the abdomen part of the butterfly, just fold the wings over. Make sure that they're going in the same direction. And then you can just unfold it, bend the wings however you would like to, and then just add some hot glue, place them wherever you would like I said, bend the wings if you want to. And there we have it, everyone. So again, when you get your picture frame, you want to make sure to decide the orientation of which you're going to have your photos. I went ahead and chose up to down portrait mode, or you can choose left to right landscape. It's entirely up to you. We could also include the little stems from the flowers. If you had a smaller size leaves, I don't know if you seen the leaves, but they're kind of gigantic, so we're not going to use those leaves. But you can incorporate the leaves too as well. Add three-dimensional butterflies. These ones are printed two-dimensional, and then you can bend the wings yourself. You can use all the flowers or part of flowers. It doesn't matter what kind of flowers too as well. It's entirely up to you. Decorate the borders and then just add your photo. Thank you for joining me on today's session of Creative Corner. We worked on some flower butterfly picture frames, and so here is our final product. Like I mentioned in the workshop, it's entirely up to you how you would like to decorate it. Choose your flowers, add stems, leaves, whatever you would like to do. On that note, I do have some supply kits available if you would like to order one yourself. It comes with a 5x7 picture frame, a couple of, I believe they're peonies or roses. I don't remember which ones these are. And then there's also some butterflies in here, so you can do this at home, add whatever you would like to your overall picture frame. If you haven't already, be sure to be subscribed to our social media. Why is that so hard to remember? We have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, and a lot more. It is available on the homepage of our website. If you have any questions, comments, you're more than welcome to leave them in the chat box down below. You can give us a phone call if you would like to as well. My name is Josh. Thank you for hanging out with me this afternoon, and I hope to see you next week for Creative Corner.